that I decided to take on is reducing the amount of space it takes to grow food by using advanced agriculture techniques like vertical farming. The main reason I chose this topic is not many people know about vertical farming, and the few that do think it is something reserved for big companies or corporations. I wanted to come up with an idea to try and make advanced agriculture that anyone could partake in inside their own homes without spending a lot of money or time. My idea was to make an automatic waterer that could automatically take care of as many plants as possible with the least amount of human care needed, and this is what I came up with. It's not exactly pretty, but as you can see, it manages to hold 2 plants and can automatically water them without interference. The way it works is that in the can there is a pump connected to the motherboard that is running a timer. When the timer goes off, the servo will turn the pipe connected to the pump and will face plant 1. The pump will then water the plant, then the servo will turn to face plant 2, and the pump will then water plant 2, and then the servo will return to its original position. I wanted a way to display that the timer was running, so I programmed a little simple clock into the LED system with the motherboard. Of course, the watering system does not run completely by itself. It still needs to have its water replenished by someone. But I wanted a way to make it as effortless as possible, so I added a moisture sensor into the watering can holding the water. So when the can is out of water, the sensor senses it is dry and displays a little X on the LED system. After that, I wanted a way to let someone water the plant without waiting for the timer. So I programmed it so when you press a button, it foregoes the timer and goes straight to the watering system. I also wanted to include a small icon so you can tell that it was watering, so I programmed a small LED system to display the umbrella when it was watering. Some of the problems I had when designing the water system is first when I ran the pump, it sprayed water everywhere, so I had to adjust the power of the pump to the speed that I wanted. Another big problem that I faced was the programming of the timer. It was much more difficult than I thought it would be, and so I found someone else that managed to make a similar timer, and I used their code as a reference to base mine off of. The last problem I faced was with the servo. When it turned after watering the first plant, it would drip water everywhere because the pump did not stop immediately, so the water left in the tube would drip all over. So I made it wait a second before turning to the second plant to let all the water in the tube drip out into the plant. One thing that I would like to improve on is I could only hold 2 plants. I think if I got a second pump and servo, I could have added another 2 plants, but I was limited with the amount of resources I had. Overall, I like my design and think it's a small step to having your own independent watering system in your own home.